Good morning. A few of you contacted me on my YouTube channel to ask me just to do a post on the mobilisers that I do pre-workout. So I'm just going to spend 5 minutes this morning just going through those exercises with you, and I'm going to talk you through them as I do them, and hopefully you can get some good ideas of how you can warm up and mobilise your body just before training. So I start with my feet hip width apart, and I turn my toes in. The reason I turn my toes in is it just gives all the fascia around here an extra opportunity for stretch. Okay, so I lift up my toes and I crunch my pelvis forward. So I lift and crunch, and sometimes I do lose my balance, but that's absolutely fine. And what this is doing is just loosening off my sacroiliac joint in the back of my pelvis. That was one of my problems. I had a jammed sacroiliac joint and it was painful, so I keep that loose prior to training. So I do 10 of those, and I start to warm up my heart rate, just jogging on the spot for a moment, and then I'm going to stretch all the fascia that comes up and over the front and the back of my body and around my chest and shoulder area. So I'm going to reach. You can notice that I've got my fingers spread, and that's again just to give my body the opportunity to stretch. And I do 10 of these, and I really reach. Couple more. Okay, and then I just plant my feet hip width apart. Now I'm going to move my pelvis from side to side, and again stretch the fascia either side. You'll find that one side is more painful than the other. My right side is tighter than my left and around my hips, so I really find this stretch beneficial. So hands out, and I reach. Okay, so I do 10 each side. Two more. And then I switch sides. And I do 10 this side. Okay, and then going to just release my lower back, knee reaches, ten of these each side. Again, this just releases off the lower part of my back. Then I'm going to release my hips. Just get them mobile first thing in the morning. Again, you may need to hold onto a chair for this one if you haven't got the balance. That's 10 that side, and then I switch. Sometimes I'm a bit better one side than I am the other. Okay. I then am going to just lay on the floor because my right glute doesn't activate properly before I train. So one of the moves that I do to activate my right glute is the clam. I make sure that my hips are stacked on top of each other, my knees are in alignment, and I just squeeze. Okay, it's a very small movement, and it's really important that you stay stacked on top of each other. I'll show you in a moment what not to do. 3 more. You may want to do this on both sides if both glutes don't activate, but just for me, it just goes on the right side. You don't want to be falling back doing this because that's not going to do anything. need to be stacked on top of each other. And then just to finish, I just make sure that I'm nice and supple, and I do 3 roll downs. And it's about making sure that the movement is nice and fluid and I'm nice and smooth, rather than when I first injured my back, I kind of rolled down like this, and that isn't good for anyone. It's nice and relaxed through the back. Stretch the back of the hamstrings and literally roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Last one. And that's my pre-workout warm-up done. Hope that helped. For those of you that wanted to see it, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon.